Hi, this is Zinc, and this is game development with Godot and C Sharp. The game is at the moment called Quantum Circuits. We'll see how it goes later. So, let's go back to the code. I was doing some work on the backend, specifically for saving and loading the levels. We do have the base level class, which is like contains name, description, and puzzle. Be able to see it better like this. I wrote some tests for it, mostly basic tests like just check if everything loads and if it's correct to some level. It's definitely not the perfect one, but it's still there. For example, like here should definitely be a bunch of mocking behaviors, but that's what you get when you're using JSON to save it. There is a issue of typing, like dependency injection using JSON loading, because you need to define the type, but I also do not want to litter the JSON file with unnecessary typings. And I need to okay, apparently YouTube decided, hey, I will not give you the pop out of the chat anymore. Hey, gimme. Okay, we'll do it like this. So that gives me some way to do things, but if we go back into the level designer, which is Godot, start the music. We do not have a way to manage the levels themselves. We may be able to save it, but there's no way to check what we saved. So I guess that will be the plan for today. Simply add a name, goals, all the list levels from view, delete level, add level, display level, something like that. Or okay, we have some basic goals set. Really simple, except from displaying, but everything else should be somewhat simple. Okay, hide this one. But to do that, we do need some elements. File save. So to the file, what does it have? It has load, save, and save as, and read raw. Just to the side. So I would say, okay, load the list of saves. So that's load saves to have a item list of basic text, probably box container. Okay, load the separator, or actually no, maybe have it on the load. And okay, load levels, maybe a button called edit level button. Item list, selection single, allow deselect, no, max text lines, auto width, auto height, maybe. Items, no items. Columns, max columns is 1. Layout, inherited. It's more like horizontal stretch and vertical. We'll see. edit level also should have a button called delete level. Delete level button. Delete. Okay. Okay. I do think it would be delete add loads all levels from save folder into level item list where you can edit. Okay. And there should be also new level button which would initialize the class. Button new. Yeah, the thing is, at least for me, a lot of applications uses the design of like this toolbar. We press it and we select another thing. I find it kinda uncomfortable because the amount of clicks you need to do is quite immense. So in this way, where everything is loaded immediately, you don't need to constantly click file, new file, save, file, edit. Everything is just by the place. We'll see how it goes later, but it should be okay-ish. I know what else we also would need. As it's saved in JSON, you can actually need to open the folder. Open levels. Okay. This one should be fairly easy to implement. So that's level designer. And what kind of workflow it should have? Yeah. So could add just a label just for reference. Level designer. It populates level list. Then new level, edit stuff, save it, populates the level list, and yeah, something like that. Okay, could probably start doing the code. Maybe start with open levels folder because testing purposes, so know where it actually is. Back to this. Open levels folder. Level designer. Elements. Ingredient. Export. Public. Button. Load levels. Open levels folder button. Yeah, simple thing. Just a button. Now we need to check if it's assigned. Copy this. Folder button is not. This is a check for the Godot. So when we build it in the level designer, we can actually assign it. Okay, let's build it. Hopefully it will not drop the references. Open levels folder button. I don't know if there is a better way to do it, but at least for this I can separate some way the logic and I don't need to use the path strings, which are cumbersome for me. So that's assigned the button. Maybe it could be like a bit different, but for example, when this becomes too cumbersome, I could actually make a separate view just for this tab. But at the moment it should be fairly okay. Go back to code. Open levels button is not null. Add a set. Folder. Yeah, close, but not close enough. This equals level designer. Wouldn't this be a level designer VM? That's grid container. Wouldn't this be in VM? There is grid VM. I forgot how I did this. It's not grid VM. Yeah, architecturally it's a bit not okay here. Sure, let's just keep it like this at the moment. Plus equals, say, load levels, open levels, folder generate method. This does not have any. Oh, it does have it. Now file service. Nope, it does not have this method. Yeah, it should be a file service method. Open. Fairly simple. Generate method for that. Makes a method. We go to implementation. Add new method. Go down. And very simple thing. If directory exists, default path. Create the path. And process start. That's not correct. Open. Is there a thing? Nope. The thing is, if I use Explorer, that's not okay. That's a operating system dependent, which is not good. Directory. Open? No. Get files, get directory root. Okay, I do not have that in here. Open folder. System diagnostics. Open folder. Platform and the folder picker. Maybe it's in the Godot. Godot. On folder. File access. Creates a new access object and opens an existing directory of file system. The path argument can be within the project, rs folder, the user directory, or an absolute path of the user file system. Yep, sounds okay. And should throw some errors if you cannot find it. Okay. Yeah, and that would just simply open the folder. Now I have some error. Environment. Godot. Ambiguous reference to the Godot environment and system environment. Maybe use Godot environment? System environment. Yeah, because I do want it to be platform dependent, because that may cause our problems. At least capable of running on Linux and Windows. Let's try it. Ideally it would be like a service. Can't really test it otherwise, but anyways. Open levels folder. But no errors. Is it not called? The method is not being called. So it's either the file service is not injected, something is not binded correctly. I'm getting no things. Oh, I did not assign it apparently. What do you mean it's not assigned? It just did. Level designer. Open levels folder button. Build. Okay. Run it. Open folder. Does nothing. Maybe it does not have permission or... Okay, it does not call the method for some reason. I wonder why. It does assign it. The button is there. Okay, it did trigger. Good, good, good. It tries to open it. Yeah, and show you debug. This one to the side, this one to the back. Okay, if it does not exist, I probably also need to change it to include the project names or company name like that. Levels. Yeah. Continue. It did not open it. There's error handling in here. File results equals if results null. Their access get open error. Get Godot error. Access error. Okay. Of course, hot reload does not work in here. Would be amazing, but it does not. Debug it, that's okay, don't need this. Continue. Open levels folder. Did click it, continue. And it did not print the error for some reason. Result pointer. It did open it. Maybe it does not exist. Does not mean that it actually opens. Call. No. Change directory. Connect. Open. Using File Explorer maybe. File dot default path. Maybe. File. File or is it folder? I'm not sure. It's magic. Okay, I got an exception. Folder. And this one and check. Open. Could not find the file specified. Folder. Okay. I'm getting there closer. Process. Add. Nope. Explorer. Nope. Can I just say process start and just direct the path? That sounds a bit like could be problematic if it's a folder. Does not work like that, sadly. What does it say as an error? I'm not sure. Okay, start. Open. Apparently a $sign. Minus R, which is like just open, read. Slash read. And default path. Open. Let's try it. Working directory. Environment. Command line. Current directory. Oh, that's Windows dependent. It should be just process start the folder. Just simple like that, but apparently it does not do that. And error occurred trying to access the process with working directory. Access is denied. Oh, okay, that makes more sense. It just does not let me to open it. That's why. Access is denied. Because I can't open app data folder for some reason. Hmm. Okay, that's a clue. So, C# process start add data folder access is denied. Application data folder access denied. Windows directory environment special folder Windows. Okay, let's go back here. Stop the debugging. That's the process info. I'll execute. Let's see. Run. Open. And it did open! Huzzah! Let's go! A platform independent, hopefully, file opener. Good. 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 Real good. So now we also add a bunch of stuff like a.json, few files. Sounds okay. Load levels. Okay. Now we can open the level folder. Let's continue. So that's open level folder. Then a button, export, button, not save, load. Wait, let's do the Godot. Load levels. Yeah. Well, levels button. Kinda okay, but not. Do the check. Load. Level button is now. Button pressed. Generate method. Should do a thing like need an element export of public item list levels item list. Same here. And this is no. Populate. Do you even need to provide the path? Level names, directory path. Don't think so. Load level paths. Wait, it does not have this method, does it? Oh, get all level names. Directory path. Okay. I can add a thingy like default path. Default path does do like that? No? Must be compile time constant. Okay, so not like that. But I can do like this. I don't know. Yeah, we get level paths clear. Clear the item list. For each, add an item. I don't think the add item will work like this. Because... Oh, hi. I don't know if you're still there. Yeah, it's a... I'm silly. It's a puzzle game, which you... Wait, let me actually just show you. It'll be easier. It's basically kind of like circuits, making puzzles, solving the puzzles. You can expand thingies. Yeah, this is currently just a level designer. Not working at the moment, but basically you have different kind of elements which you place in the cells. And you run the simulation and expect some kind of result. Yeah, at the moment it's like that, at least the main mechanic. And I will be trying, when I finish the main mechanic, implementing some kind of story, mostly about space. and derelict space stations. Yeah, but at the moment I'm currently working on the level designer, so I could, well, design those levels and make it expandable to the right extent. For example, I could hard code all of the cells and all the solutions, but knowing the behaviors this system will do, it would be just too difficult. It's easier just to, well, again, make a designer for that. And you see it's going places. Okay, load levels button. Forgetting to switch the views. Load button. And levels item list. Okay, now you should be able to see what's happening. Yeah, so basically just draw things like that. And then add stuff to the level, save it, and run the simulation, and it like should arrange the dots in different manner. Okay, where was I? Switching. Come on, switch. Switch. Okay, it's there. Yeah, so at the moment, the point I'm doing is to load all the strings, file names from the folder, which you would be saving games. Oh, not games, levels. Get file name without extension. This is not the right type to do. It's barging in again. Load levels button pressed. Clear the list, loads the paths. Get file name without extension. Kinda. And add item string. Oh yeah, you do just add some strings to the item list. This is nice. Add item for a level preview. That's a possibility. And it just loads it. Simple. Should be fairly simple. Let's see if it works actually. Load levels. Yeah, it does. Huzzah! We have the levels. A copy. A. Nice. Good. Good. That's pretty good. Yeah, doing this in C# is quite interesting, and for me at least it's more pleasant than doing it in Godot script, because in Godot script, managing things so it would not go out of hand is hard, really hard. And I guess having more experience in C# also helps. Code is more readable, hard typed, and portable. Not like with Godot script. So I did load the levels, which is good. If we go back into Godot, load list of levels from the folders to view. Kinda check. Add new level. Add the level. Add the level. It would be adding a level. What does adding the level means then? Adding a level means adding a new item to the list with some name, which should be a unique name, and then creating a new level object. You know what's easier than adding? Deleting. Yeah, let's make a delete button work. First I need to make a commit. Load level names. And now it's delete. So how to add a new button to the Godot C# user interface. First, the button. We'll be working on delete button. So delete button. We add delete button. We go to the script. We go to the script. We go to the level designer, which is our UI, which you're currently using. We say export, which means we assign it through the editor and not through the code to make it portable in some way. Public, we add the class called delete level button, the property. Then what I am doing is checking if it's assigned. I did that, but yeah, we check if the button is assigned to prevent stumbling around why it's not working. It always does it in the ready function, so when the button is instantiated. Then to do the functionality, we simply add a method, delete button pressed equals delete level button pressed. Simple. Generate a method, which generally should be assigned to VM, but I haven't created one in here, so we'll go with that. Delete level button pressed. We add a to-do confirmation dialog. I'm definitely not doing that at the moment because prototyping does not need confirmation. It does not matter if I just delete it, but later definitely needs it. Okay, selected level, first of default. Yep. If none is selected, you don't delete it. Is no. You get selected items. Oh yeah, Godot and their selection indexes. Get selected. Yeah, get selected items. Returns an array with indexes of selected items. Is not null, but is empty. Count? No. First of default. I don't need first of default. Selected levels. Levels dot empty. Default if empty is empty. If it's empty, return. If it's not empty, close. The autocomplete is getting close, but not really. Kinda wish I knew how to autocomplete reach, level and levels, close, but not really. We'll be using a file service dot nope file service delete level from name. We remove these. We do not need to add this functionality to the UI. This functionality just calls the service, which handles the deletion. Level. That's not correct because this is just an index. Level index. So in this case, level name, get item index in item text, level name. Yep, simple. Generate a method. Go to here. Yeah. Self-explanatory, which means we need an implementation in this place. Go down. Okay. I don't need to do null checking because that's just deleting. File.exist. Yeah, if file exists, combine the path. Path to prevent duplication. File path. And same here. If file exists, delete. Simple. Very simple, very usable, very nice. Okay. And okay, that would be removing the file and remove the item. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Run it. It will not work because we missed one of the things. Currently pressing, of course, will not do anything because never the levels are loaded. And we're also getting the error that we need to check the level designer because we have not assigned the object in our level designer. So if you go here, we have delete level button and we assign it, specify it. There's also a way of doing the assignment with a path within like level design itself, but at least for me that's non-scalable, not portable, and uses strings for paths, which is ugly and awful. Okay, we assigned it. We go back to the code, we run it. We should be able to see the thingies. I open the level folder. You will not be able to see it, but that's fine. I will load the levels. We have two files, A and A copy. We select the file, press delete, delete it, one is left. I check the folder, it's empty. Well, not empty, it contains all five. Load it, good, works it, and that's basically it. Yeah, this is how you make a button work in Godot C#, which is the solution I am doing. Kinda works. Does not uses the path strings. The event handling is done currently within the UI element, but making it a bit different, for example, assigning to view model is also possible. Okay, so that's a delete button. Easy, very easy. In some way you could also do the we could go a bit extra in this one and actually add a test. So we have the file service and we add the test case specifically for deletion. Oh look, autocomplete. What does it do? Creates a file service with new stuff, gets a mock level. I don't need a mock level, I just need a file. So that's incorrect. Delete level from name, that's not working. Level names, get all level names. That would check that method. Okay. Do I even have get all level names? Should return list of JSON files. Get all level names is not empty. That's not correct test, actually. Okay. Clear test folder. That would be probably clear folder method. File service or default path. Yep. Clear the folder. Add mock files. Mock level files. Let's say file service dot nope default path, and we have 3 files. Prototyping on the test. Mock files, and now we can actually do the act and then assert is not empty. and assert count all names length count is equal. So write the test for get all level names, which is just takes a folder, clear that folder, generate method, clear the folder, get files, files does not contain, actually contains other than JSON throw exception. That's really important because if the directory is not the right one, so we won't not be deleting something bad. Okay. Yeah, delete file. Also, I need to move this method to the bottom because it's a utility method rather than a test case. Delete this one, clear the folder, generate method at mock level files. Okay, for it's thinking way too complicated. Simple. File dot nope. Come on. Yes, this is what we wanted. And file dot write all text empty JSON using system.io. This is how you do it. You don't need to fill it with data if you're not checking the data. Yeah, I guess when the project is small, it's fine, totally fine. Writing test cases makes stuff quite difficult on small projects. When it's getting bigger and you want to scale it, it makes it way easier. Because then you know, okay, wait, let me show you if possible. Okay, you should be able to see it. When things get difficult, especially for example, math, you must write a test if you want to know that, hey, this method, which is quite difficult, will be okay. So if something else fails, you know, this is okay. I don't need to check it again. Because this project gets bigger and bigger and bigger, you check and recheck things way too often. I guess in this case, yeah, the test will say, okay, this is the last place where you should be failing, because you wrote the test and it passes. Like even after like years of implementation, if you run it, it will pass, which means you haven't messed things up. But yeah, for the small projects, small cases, it's fine. Some people even like to just write tests first, but from my experience, it's only good and possible if you know the requirements. As the game usually, especially indie games, is art project of a single or couple of people, the requirements are fluid, and writing too many tests is just not good. But I think for like files, math, it's good way to do this. Okay, where was I? Add mock level files. Yeah, we had 3 files. And I think I should also have a cleanup. Clear folder. Thank you for the follow. We reached the goal with 20 followers. Let's go. Yeah, clean the folder path. All level names should return a list of JSON files. So we cleared the folder, we add the files, We say, okay, get all the file names. Check it. It should not be empty. Kinda useless because we already checked it should be 3 because we created 3. Files to add. Let's remove this one. Magic number. Ends with JSON. Level names. And that's okay. Okay, this should be okay, at least for this test. Run the test. The test passes. Good. Throw exception. Oh, also you can't see these greens and red ones and orange ones. This is an extension. Manage extensions. There's a lot of stuff called Find Code Coverage. It's an open source project which does the code coverage, which usually is paid for a lot of tools, and it shows where your code is lacking and the complexity, how good your code is. So yeah, I would say this is fairly good project, and I would definitely recommend using it. Yeah, it makes. Notice, for example, here. Okay, we did not tested this. Don't enter this tree when we run the test. Okay. So initially we also wanted to write a test case for deletion. Public void delete level should delete the specified file. Okay. We load the file service. Clear the test folder, add the mock files, add mock level files. No, I don't really need it. Level names before. So there is places we need to fix. It's not generally. Oh, okay. This is okay. To the point where we actually can extract this method. Get mock file service, because we're using it quite a lot, and I think it's time to actually come on, it's test. Don't use static. Oh, it's not even void, it's just, yeah, file service, replace our usages of it, just because we use it quite a lot and we did not change anything on it. Sometimes in tests it's okay to do that, to manually type it, but often it's not. Okay. Clear the folder, add mock files. Level is before. Okay. File to delete level names before first. Yeah. Delete result. Delete level. Close. Delete level from name. Name. File to delete. File to delete. Get level names. Get level names does not actually return just the names. File name without extension. Delete file name. Result. It does not give you a result because it's silent. If deleted, okay. If it's not deleted, it's also okay. It's the bigger problem when you want to create and it does not create, rather than fail delete. Or levels names after. Yeah. Assert. Delete result does not exist. Level names after. Files add -1. Yeah. It does not contain file delete. Yep. And the cleanup folder. Yep. This is okay. run the test, and it passes. Good. Of course, it's, yeah, I think that's okay. So we wrote the tests for deletion. Also we move this to the back as later. File delete and load all file names. That's, yeah. So if we go back to our Godot, let's see. We deleted, well, we had functionality for opening levels folder. That was required just for checking stuff, and for example, if someone else's want to share their creation, like in Factorio, where you share the blueprint in JSON, you can just copy paste it. We added functionality for load levels, which populates the item list in here. And yeah, we added delete, which lets us to delete the one of the loaded list, and we added the test for it. So out of the goals I defined, and here goals, like in here, load list levels from open folder to view, check, that was fairly easy. Delete level, check. Add level, not yet, because adding is more complicated, because you need to add the name, and checking it's also difficult, because deletion only requires file name, loading only file names, adding requires defining file name, defining the object. Yeah, it's more complicated. Brain freeze. Or I think it's, yeah, just making a new level. Right? Add a level. Add a level. They go back to level designer. We have load levels. One way is when you add the level, it would be like, okay, I want to add new level. It pops out a dialog which asks you to add, well, type in the name of the level. And if you press then OK on the dialog, it would actually create the file. Maybe? On an object? I don't know. Be right back. I am back in here. Yeah, let's gotta check what time is it, because I'm getting too hyper focused on this, and yeah, so I think we are good at calling it the day. We did complete some of the tasks we set up to do. So this one is done. Delete level done. Display level, not really. And add level, also not really. Yeah, and I think we'll be doing that next time. When, I do not know, we'll see. But yeah, mainly functionality of adding a level, which is defining where the level should be held, the level data. Maybe it would be like in the level designer, it could have an object for the level, and then when you use the switching, like, yeah, load levels, yeah, when you select the level here, it would it displays this UI. Maybe in this way, and when you create new level it would open either the dialog or show the hidden controls like text input and a button to set the name. You press OK, then it should be creating a new class for the grid data. Then when it would add it to the list, maybe it could display it like unsaved, and when you press save it would actually create the file. There's a ton of different ways to do it. All of them are correct, you could say. Yeah, so let's see. I'll be stopping stream on YouTube, so bye bye YouTube. And I can try reading so on. And I'll be back a bit later after the break. I'll be doing let's see, first maybe yeah, I'll be playing some Satisfactory a bit later. We'll see. Where is the rating? Rate channel. Polish. Can I sort by the language? Filter language. English. No. Okay, let's go here maybe. Wait, that's, I don't know. Anyways, let's just end it then. So thank you for watching. So bye bye.